Hi, I'm Swapna Mediti, certified holistic health and wellness coach. Today in this webinar, I'm going to share the 4 simple steps to eat for nourishment, natural weight loss, and abundant energy. Uh, welcome, welcome to everyone who all are watching this webinar. Thanks for your time, for taking time to watch this webinar. So in this webinar, you are going to learn how you can improve your relationship with food and learn some ways to eat for nourishment, healthy weight, and abundant energy. Before going into today's webinar, I want to let you know about me. I am a certified holistic wellness coach. My educational sorry for the disturbance. Continuing a little about me, my educational background is from healthcare too. I finished my bachelor's in pharmacy and master's in hospital administration. As a certified holistic health and wellness coach, I always focus on the natural approach. Um, natural approach to for eating, natural approach towards eating and healthy living that addresses the whole person. I help my clients always to create healthy lifestyle to which they can wake up with excitement on daily basis. Little overview about today's webinar. Before we get started, let me give you an overview of what we are going to cover today. Since we have an hour together, I want to make most of the time to help you begin to tackle your biggest challenges with achieving a new relationship with food. So, before going into the webinar, I want to have the I want to explain you what I'm going to cover today. So first step is that I'm going to ask some questions. First questions, so as to help you to reflect on your biggest challenge, and then I'm going to share the 4 tips to achieve the new relationship with food. Then create some next steps so that So you can put a plan in place after this webinar. And then in the end, if you have any questions, you can post in the comments below this video. So if you have questions as we go along, I encourage you to jot them down, and we'll have the time at the end to get to them if you are like. So hopefully we'll have some fun along the way. So for this webinar, actually you need a worksheet uh, which you have so that you can fill in as we go along today, as we go along uh, go along uh, as we go along today's talk. So if you want those worksheet, then you have to send an email request to my email ID, which is present in the last slide of this webinar. Next, my questions to you: what is your biggest challenge with food and eating? How long have you suffered from this challenge? What do you usually what do you usually do to cope with this challenge? What do you hope to learn today to help you with this challenge? So, if you are watching this webinar to find out some solutions for natural weight loss, you might be in one of the above four situations where you might be having sugar cravings, different kinds of cravings, spicy cravings, salt cravings, all the food cravings, frequent feelings of hunger, or you may be feeling tired, or you may be having low energy, fatigue, poor focus, then you might be feeling overwhelmed. So most of them, they might have gained, if I'm talking about the women, as I coach only the women, so I can, with my experience by dealing with many of the clients, um, I can say that you might have gained the weight in your second delivery. You might have gained weight due to the uncontrollable sugar cravings or some kind of food cravings. So due to the stress. So this reason which causes weight gain can be seen in both males and females. Maybe you have gained Maybe you have gained weight due to your sedentary, unhealthy lifestyle. Uh, maybe you have gained by due to maybe you have gained weight due to uncontrollable. Maybe you have gained weight due to your sedentary, unhealthy lifestyle, where maybe it might be due to your career, where you have to sit um, at one place entire day and you have to work by sitting at one place, and you might be using caffeine, or maybe you're unhealthy, maybe your sleep schedule is unhealthy, maybe you're not getting sunlight, maybe you're not incorporating that body movement like exercise or yoga. Points to remember. So the following are the point which you have to remember. Or losing weight is challenging mainly because many people try different kinds of diets like keto diet, Atkins diet, paleo diet. But any diet we cannot follow for the entire life. That is the reason people give up certain diets after following certain months. When they give up, again they will gain all the weight which they lost. So this is like losing weight, following through different diets. Following dieting is like roller coaster. It is not stable. It will go up and down. So this is the reason many of the many of them feel frustrated. So as you all know, it's nothing new. People trying all the diets, new diets, and losing weight and gaining weight. That is that is common, and it's only very few people um, who have lost their weight for the last time. They did not put their weight back. So you might have found so your way of losing weight without working coach might be like restricting the calories, or trying the next fad diet like keto diet, all the different types of diets. So diets are these diets are these diets are called or known as the fad diets, because fad diets are the plans which are sold the as the best because of their fastest approach to losing weight. Yet of these diets involve eliminating certain kinds of foodstuffs where we may get deficiency. Uh, so it is not a really good idea to follow particular diet um, to lose weight, because one type of diet can fix only one solution, but it can create many other side effects, and one type of diet cannot give the solution to many health problems. So fat diets are the kinds of diet which 98% of people use to lose the weight. And you are not alone in this process. Maybe your challenges are different, but uh, today everyone is struggling with eating healthily and with right nutrition. Everyone here today is struggling. Even if I have to share my own story, even I really suffered when I was eating only a carbohydrate rich diet. But after becoming of during my training as a certified wellness coach, holistic wellness coach, and after the by the end of the wellness coach, I made the changes in my diet by lowering the carbohydrate. By lowering the carbohydrates in my diet, I noticed that my there is a increase in my energy levels, and I'm not feeling that much tired or anger, irritation, fatigue, feeling exhausted, headaches, body pains, or sugar cravings. So now let us look at the wellness 360 wheel. Um, so um, the holistic health as a certified holistic wellness coach, um, trained by the International Association of Wellness Professionals, I have been trained in the Wellness 360 as a tool to support my clients to reach their goals and create the lasting transformations. So, Wellness 360, it's not another fad diet or a rigid system to follow. It's a roadmap to have a healthy lifestyle. So in order to achieve any goal, first you need to have the clear roadmap, then action plans with doable actions. So first step in order to achieve your goal is like you need to have a good roadmap. So for any kind of healthy lifestyle, this wellness 360 wheel, it is like a roadmap. So in your handouts, if you can email me, if you can send the email request to my email ID, I'm going to send out those. I'm going to send you those handouts, wellness 360 food worksheet, and I'm also going to share some more 10 days detox diet plan if you are going to send me the email ID. So this is the Wellness 360 wheel. It has inner wheel and outer wheel, and so how each uh, how each deficiency of one element affects the impacts other element can be understood through this wheel, and how each element is interlinked with one another we can understand through this wheel. Suppose if you are not drinking water, then then uh, you might be getting food cravings. Then your rest element is affected, and also your body element is affected. Maybe you are not having the right movement, as water not drinking water can affect the body directly, like can result in poor body movement, because if you are dehydrated, if you don't drink water, then doing a yoga or exercise is really difficult for you, because to incorporate the body movement we need to stay hydrated. We need to stay hydrated. So those who don't drink enough water, for them doing any kind of exercise or yoga is really difficult. So in this way, this is I have here explained one example how the one element can impact the other element. Similarly, all the other element, every element is interconnected, and when one element is affected, when the one element is affected, all the other elements are also affected. So when you are trying to lose weight on your own, you will listen everyone's suggestions, you will try everything, and you will read everywhere, and you will, so there is a lot of time waste, and you are going and you try to reinvent the wheel of weight loss by when you're trying by yourself. But you should never try to reinvent the wheel, but you have to model the people who achieved it safely by working with coach at personal level. So working only the people who worked with coaches, like in person, for though they might be 2%, but they are the one who achieved the permanent weight loss in a safe way without side effects. So now let's get into the step one. Step one, examine your external layer of food. So now first we are going to look at the external layer of the food. So the first layer of the food is the now here we are going to discuss about the element food. And in the first in the food, when we are seeing the external layer of the food, that is everything which is happening at the physical level, what we can see and we can notice. And when it comes to food, it means that externally, it means that usually eating. So this may be the most confusing and frequently changing area of the wellness, with the fad diets coming and going, and science proving and disproving the new concepts every few years. With this external layer of food, we are really looking at what we eat, quality of food, amounts, times, and ways we consume it. So, with this external layer of food, as it represents what is happening at the physical level, as what we see. So, I want to share here my first step. So that is ditch the diet. As you know, there are many more popular diets out there today, and new ones emerge all the time. So each nutritional approach typically contains only one type of solutions, but may not contain the solution for all health problems. So if you are following one diet, it can fix one kind of health solution, but as it is as it is but it doesn't provide the solution for all types of health problems. So, and also what works for you might not work for the next person. What is good for you, it may not be the good for the other person. This is called biochemical individuality. Suppose if I have to explain it, then by taking an example, suppose a pregnant woman requirement of food is different that of the new the that of a normal lady, and the newly delivered mother food requirement is different that of elderly lady, or it can be different from that of the lady who is young, who is in teenage. So the food requirement, it is different for different persons, and it is not different, and it is not always same for all kinds of people. And also a food requirement for the person who is with diabetes can be different that of the person who is very healthy. And also the food requirement for the person who is intolerant to the gluten can be different to that of the person who is healthy. And the food requirement of the person who is having allergies, not allergies, can be different. So in this way, the food requirement is different for different types, for different people. It's not the same for all the people. So in this now I wanted you to I want you to take your pen and paper and write down your first action step. So in this first action step, what you are going to take is swap up. So instead of jumping on the latest fad diets, or instead of restricting the calories, start to swap up, which means that you have to swap out what you are currently eating with the healthy items with good quality versions like organic fruits and vegetables. In the If you are eating the processed foods and drinks, then you have to swap up with the organic fruits and vegetables. So here are some examples. So let's discuss about first vegetables. So if you are already eating the vegetables, that's a great start. But still, I in this even if you are eating vegetables, still you have to swap your conventional vegetables with the organic. So if you are eating the organic vegetables and fruits, then your weight loss can be easy because it doesn't have any pesticides uh, any pesticides. So these are they are not like so these pesticides can cause the weight gain and obesity too. So if you are eating the GMOs, then swap up the GMOs with the non-GMOs, because genetically engineered fruits and vegetables, they can affect the body at the DNA level. So if you are asking me that if your question is that why do I have to buy everything organic, or because everything you may not get everything organic, or you may not everything organic fruits and vegetables might be out of your reach. So the in this case, the environmental working group, it is working continuously, and it creates the dirty dozen every year. So if so now I'm going to give that dirty dozen list of vegetables and fruits of the year 2019, which you have to which all you have to buy only the organic fruits and vegetables. These the list mentioned by the EWG, the 2019 year list, dirty dozen list mentioned by the EWG, uh, these 10 items should be mandatorily organic, because these are the foods which are mostly mostly uh, mostly they contain the GMOs and pesticides and everything. So they include strawberries, spinach, kale, nectarines, apples, grapes, peaches, cherries, pears, tomatoes, celery, and potatoes. So coming to meat and dairy, switch to organic, grass-fed, wherever possible. Eat more wild fish. So coming to next, we covered the vegetables, we covered meat and dairy. Next, the next item is fats. So don't get scared about the fat. Instead of even in fats, you have to swap out the vegetable oils for high quality, extra virgin, organic olive oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, organic butter, and pure cow ghee. For high heat cooking, if you are for high heat cooking, you can go with peanut oil, avocado oil, olive oil. um, can be used. You can use peanut oil, avocado oil. If you are using olive oil, it can be used to the point safely where its color is not brown. Don't don't use the olive oil at extreme heat, high heat, where its color will change to brown. If you like eating the vegetable salad, then use the olive oil for salad dressings, along with some herbs, salt, and black pepper. If you normally like to eat French fries, then swap up that with the French fries with the organic baked potato or baked sweet potato, or try eating the boiled potato instead of fried. So if you are eating chocolate, then swap out the chocolate with the dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is rich in the minerals like zinc, which has the healing power. So dark chocolate is really healthy for everyone. So it also helps in giving up sugar cravings or chocolate cravings. So that dark chocolate is again little bit bitter. Here I want to share a recipe with dark chocolate, how you can use it. Suppose you can, if you have like strawberries or yeah, strawberries are best for this dark chocolate recipe. So you have to melt the dark chocolate and then take some few raw strawberries and cut them into pieces, then melt the dark chocolate and uh, dip the strawberries in the melted dark chocolate and have it as a snack. So this is a good idea, because if you are eating the dark chocolate directly, because of that bitter taste, you may not like it. So this is another way to eat the dark chocolate by using the fruits. So by adding the more good choices is better when compared to restricting yourself um, to in by eating the foods. So instead of restricting, swapping is the best choice. So with this approach, you are going to establish a positive relationship with food. So in this, now you have to take a one action step. The best way to start changing this pattern is the best way to start changing this pattern is to try this experiment. So for 1 week, commit to swapping out the foods which you are currently eating with the healthy, highest quality version. Um, Make first a list of all the foods which you are eating now, and then swap them out. Now, uh, take a moment and reflect on yourself. What the external layer of food means to you. What this external layer of food means to you, and what is the one action that you could take it to improve it. Now coming to step 2, examining step 2. Now we finished the food, external layer of food. Now we are going into the internal layer of food. So the second layer of food is the internal layer of the food. The internal layer looks at how the food works with or against our body. Are they sensitive to particular kinds of food? Does it gives us more energy or leave us feeling sluggish, bloated, and depleted? How does the food affect us on daily basis? How is it affecting our focus? Does it causing any inflammation like body pains, like bloating, like water retention? So this second step is all about the self-awareness. What When you think about self-awareness and food, we are talking about eating slowly. So when you are talking about the self-awareness in terms of food, the first point which comes to our mind is eating slowly with the intention, and also we have to eat slowly so that we can notice the effects of food on our energy, mood, and health. Because when we are eating in rush, we cannot unnotice the effect of food on us in terms of energy, mood, and health. So tip 2, the second tip is slow down. First tip is fapping up, and second step is slow down with food. So here a little science here. Um, let's take a moment to talk about the connection between the fast eating, food fast eating, like eating. Now we are going to look at the connection between the eating and stress physiology and how it affects on the weight and digestion. So um, we even though we are eating carrots and lettuce leaves, still we are struggling to lose or maintain our weight, then it means that we are stressed out. So when we are stressed out, we cannot burn the calories, or we have the problem with the digestion. We don't have the healthy digestion when we are having stress. This is because when the stress hormone like cortisol is released into the circulatory system, the blood flow is away from the digestive tract or digestive system towards the head uh, for quick thinking. So as the blood flow is away from the digestive system, so you may not be uh, so you may not be having the better digestion, so more stress, so you end up eating more and more. When we eat fast, when we are stressed out, it also impacts our ability to assimilate the digested food effectively, because the blood circulation is going away from the digestive system when you are under stress. So the effective assimilation or absorption is not happening, thus leading to inability to lose weight. So when you eat fast, you are eating with the when you are eating fast, you are eating with your when you are eating fast, you are eating with your stress response triggered. Now, action step here is you have to slow down with food. So when you eat a food, take the time to really eat it. So when you are eating food, don't be in a rush. Really take a time and eat the food mindfully. Learn to slow down with food. So how do you know whether you are a fast eater or eater? Suppose when you are eating in the company of many people, then you will easily understand whether you are eating faster or slower when compared to the other people. That is the best place, that is the best occasion to measure your speed of that is the best way to measure your eating speed. Sorry, that is the best way to measure your eating speed. So now um, now we have in this slow eating, we have one eating exercise. For this exercise, all we need is one raisin and just your 5 minutes. So whenever you feel like your mind is wandering from the task at a hand, just gently so to begin this exercise, first you have to hold a raisin in your hand. When you are going to hold this raisin, when you have to hold this raisin is exactly when when you feel that your mind is wandering from task at a hand. It's like wandering. Then take one raisin and hold it in a hand. Then after then begin by placing, then spend a few moments. So when you are disturbed within when your mind is wandering, then take a raisin and put it in the and hold it in your hand and spend few moments looking at it. So really look at that raisin with a sense of curiosity, as if you are looking at, as if you have seen the raisin for the first time. So then gently pick up the raisin with your thumb and index finger, and roll it between them, roll the raisin between the thumb and index finger, and feel how does it feel its texture, um, how you feel like. Then bring it close to your eyes. Then drop the raisin near your lips with on your lips. Um, then place the raisin on your tongue. Then just let it sit on your tongue for a few moments. Don't chew it. Then just leave it on your tongue and notice how the raisin feels. When you are ready, begin chewing. When you are ready, then begin chewing. Bite the raisin very slowly and gently, extending the time it takes to bite through it as long as possible. So when you are chewing, you should feel what is that like? What does the raisin feel like between your teeth? What sensations, textures, taste, and smell? So you should notice all those things. When you have chewed it thoroughly, then you can swallow it. So mindful eating raisin mindfully eating a raisin is an exercise that you can use to learn the skill of mindfulness. So similarly, you can incorporate many other mindful exercises which can improve your mindfulness on daily basis. Now again take a minute and reflect on what the internal layer of food means to you, and one action you could take to improve it. Step step 3 step 3 step 3 step 3 step 3 is examining your symbolic layer of food. The third layer of food is the symbolic layer. This is that deeper layer of ourselves. You can think of it as an energetic layer. The third layer, symbolic layer of the layer, which is the innermost layer. You can think this symbolic layer of the food as energetic layer, a spiritual layer. So the third layer, food is associated with the nourishment. On this energetic layer, food is not about all the calories, but it is about how the food fuels us and enriches our bodies and our lives. Now, next, next. So, what is our connection to the symbolic layer? It mainly defines our relation with food, and how do we use to fill up, and how do we use the food as nourishment. And for example, are we really craving for some self care instead of eating candy? Are we really tired? Are we really getting enough sleep when we are feeling tired? Are we staying awake and eating all the sugary snacks? Now, tip 3, my third tip is journal your truth. A good way to discover that a good way to discover what can support you on this third layer is to practice journaling. Through the through the process of journaling, we can connect with ourselves. We can establish a strong connection with ourselves to find out what we might be resisting and what we can do to changing it. So through the process of journaling, you might learn what you need to say, what for what all things you have to say no. You can and to in order to create more self care time. So through journaling, you will realize all those things for which you have to say no in order to create that more time for self care. The the answers the answers might be simple to tell, but the challenging part is putting those insights into actions. Taking actions is difficult because for taking actions you need a commitment and discipline and consistency. Another side benefit of journaling is that it can be one of those new activities you start to. It can be one of the new activities that you want to start in to incorporate in your morning routine, or you want to make it a nighttime routine before going to sleep. So that way you are going to express the gratitude for all the things you have done throughout the day, thereby improving the quality of your sleep in the night. Then action step, this is the action step that you have to take. This step is starting a nourishment journal. If you don't have any idea about the journaling process, then now it is the right time to start it. To start the journaling, you need a simple notebook, then taking some time, quiet time, do some deep breathing, and then to get centered, and then start writing. So you can write as a one sentence. You can use journaling prompts from online, and you can like journaling prompts for self-care, journaling prompts for nutrition. You can so many journaling prompts are available in the if you search in the Google, so you can use them to practice. So now take a moment to reflect, what does this symbolic layer of the rest means to you, and what is the one action step that you want to take at this layer to improve your health. Now let's look at the Wellness 360 overview. We have discussed the three layers of the element of the food: external, internal, and symbolic layer, innermost layer. So, and the final and the fourth step is to take a Wellness 360 view. So, in the starting of this seminar, in the starting of this webinar, we have discussed how the one element is interlinked with the other element. When one element is disturbed, how it affects the other elements. We can usually get to the for example, if you look at the food, if you are not eating high quality of foods, uh, it might have noticed you might have noticed that it impacted your sleep. Suppose if you are not preparing the food in your home, then you are like grabbing the dinner at the drive through, eat quickly in your car, then find yourself struggling to fall asleep. If you are feeling badly about having gained weight, uh, if you are struggling to lose weight, look look at the Wellness 360 wheel and look at the one, two, or more elements affecting you to which are affecting your uh, food element, or which has connection, and what you notice, the what connection is between the food and the other elements. When what are the other elements that affected you to cause to gain weight? You should understand by looking at this wellness 360 wheel. So when you change your eating habits, then when you are eating organic fruits and vegetables, when you remove your processed foods and sugar, when you lower your carbs, you might be getting a shift towards like this, feeling happy, feeling energetic from starting how you were, then transforming yourself like this. So now we have covered lot of informations today. So let's say have a quick recap. In the first external layer of the food, we have learned to swap out the high quality foodstuffs like organic fruits and swapping up conventional fruits and vegetables with organic fruits and vegetables. In the second internal layer, we learn to slow down while eating food. In step third, symbolic layer of the food, we learned about incorporating the new action, which is journal for nourishment and awareness. Then step 4 is we have learned about the wellness 360 view, how the food element is affecting the other elements. I'm sure that this webinar will be of great help for many of you, and you have decided upon something you can try out after this presentation. It's important to have a next step in the mind, because creating a healthy life is all about taking just the next step, then next one, then next one. And that's exactly my goal with Wellness 360, to take you step by step through your challenges so you can get to where you want to be and create the lasting changes. So thank you for listening this thoroughly so as to start the journey with you today. Thank you for watching this webinar. So if you want that handouts or if you want to reach me, then this is my I'm going to share my email ID. So this is my email ID, swapna.wellnesscoach@gmail.com. This is my email ID. So if you want to reach out, if you want the free email service, or if you want to know more about the healthy lifestyle, if you are struggling to lose weight, and if you want to know how you can, if you want further more information on this, then you can mail me at my email ID. Uh, with this, I'm concluding this webinar, and thank you all. Thank you for everyone who took time to watch this. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care. Bye, and see you in my next video or next webinar. So this is my channel. This is my YouTube channel. So from now I'll be creating more videos in which I'll be explaining the ways about all the about wellness 360 12 elements, how you can improve the healthy how you can improve your health naturally through healthy habits and nutrition. So I'm going to upload more videos. So if you like my video, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel so that you can get the more so that you can so that um, you can get more information which I'm going to share in coming days. Thank you.